Thank you very much. And Lord Alfred Hayes, I would suspect that with the Macho Man, you can always suspect surprises, either one way or the other. They're all not pleasant surprises, as many of his opponents have found out. But nonetheless, would you please welcome our very first guest this week on TNT, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Wild side, Vince McMahon. Are you ready to take a walk on the wild side right now, Lord Alfred Hayes?
Well, that was wild. I thought it was snowing.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about right now. And don't be sarcastic with me, because I am right
know,
there
I
with you right
Sure,
there. Yeah, I know. I'm going to sit down right now. Yeah, I just decided.
Make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, get it on right now. Be sharp, be fancy, but be fantastic. Macho madness right now. Take a walk on the wild side, Vince McMahon, guaranteed personified, that I want you and everybody out there to join the Macho Man Randy Savage bandwagon. Yeah, because we're going past the stars all the way to the top. The Macho Man Randy Savage bandwagon. Are you going to join the bandwagon?
If you say so.
You're not excited, man. You're not enthusiastic.
Oh, I am.
No, you're not.
That's Alfred for you, though.
I'm just saying right now that he wasn't just at that particular time, and I noticed it, and I called him on it right there.
Yes, but I don't think he's been excited about anything ever.
Well, that's too bad, because there's one thing that you can reach out and really feel, yeah. And all you gotta do, Lord Alfred Hayes, is realize that the Macho Man Randy Savage is the premier professional wrestler in the world today.
What we would like to do, Macho Man, is to take you back to something I'm sure you will long remember, the announcement of your manager. Let's take you now to the videotape footage.
Where do I look?
This contest is scheduled for one fall. In the ring to my right, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 257 pounds, Jim Young. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 235 pounds, the man who is in demand by wrestling managers galore, the #1 free agent, Randy Macho Man Savage.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, and indeed, he is without a doubt the World Wrestling Federation's #1 free agent. I think it's to show his gratitude. He has invited all of the managers who were bidding for his services. He's invited them out to the ring just to show his gratitude for their support. Yeah, even though they themselves, so we have been told, know that they're not among the one individual whom he has chosen.
Fine, but whoever he's chosen, where are they? I just see the managers that we're familiar with. I don't see anybody different or somebody we don't know. I'll bet he's still going to pick one of the ones that we know. Maybe just to throw us off or something.
Well, it was reported that he is going to announce whom his manager is, and it's not allegedly one of these gentlemen. Maybe he's double-crossing everyone. I just don't know.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Mr. Fuji has really been hard at work. Well, all of them, actually. The ring announcer was right. The #1 free agent in the WWF.
Well, what's going to happen? He's going to wrestle now, then announce his manager.
Apparently.
Okay.
Macho Man with a quick arm drag. A very, very impressive athlete. You have to give him that.
Oh, I'll tell you, very unusual.
Oh, my.
What a mistake. Young may turn his back on a guy like this.
Well, he was distracted. He had Blassie and Heenan yelling at him, and Johnny Valiant as well.
Well, you don't let nobody distract you. Look at this now. Watch
don't
this.
Do that. Macho Man from the top rope. Ooh, my. I don't know anyone that does that. Out to the concrete floor, whipping Jim Young back in. Macho Man Randy Savage.
But can you imagine the force coming from the top rope when he comes with his full weight coming down on an opponent with that height? It's devastating. Look at this suplex, how long he's holding him there. Boom. And here he goes.
Oh, wait a minute. Going up to the top rope now after the suplex. The Macho Man Randy Savage. Looking on Freddie Blassie, Bobby the Brain Heenan in. On the top rope, the Macho Man. Boom! Ah! Incredible elbow. And after that elbow lands, the party is over.
For sure.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, victorious. Oh, Jim Young now. Oh, come on.
I throws him outside the ring.
Here is your winner, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Apparently, we're going to hear from
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Savage.
everybody concentrate right now. This is the big day. This is the big day. And I want to thank all these managers right now for your consideration. Mr. Fuji, devious ways that you put in my mind will come to use. Bobby the Brain Heenan, what you've taught me, oh yeah, I'm gonna use forever. Johnny Valiant, oh yeah, the training will be in effect for the rest of my life. The diamonds that Freddie Blassie has flashed in front of my eyes really makes me smile. And it's been fantastic for your consideration. And Jimmy Hart, the complete opposite, just freaked me out. But now, let the mystery be over. Macho Madness at this peak right now. And we gotta know who the manager is gonna be of the future WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Right behind that door right now is the Macho Man's new manager. Everybody get ready. A big, big moment. And here she comes.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
Oh, my
Who is
goodness.
this, a movie star? Who is this?
My goodness. Take a look. What a surprise. I can't believe. Look at this. What a beautiful woman. My goodness. She is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, my. Look at the smile. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. My goodness, that is Jimmy Hart holding the ropes. The Macho Man said no. I can't believe that. Take a look at this. The Macho Man introducing the managers to his current manager. Oh, my.
All the way.
I don't know what in the world. We're going to have to find out a lot more about this lady.
All right, back with the Macho Man. I must say that you surprised everyone with that move.
Surprised everyone, didn't I? Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. Don't let the surprises catch you napping. Yeah, join the Macho Man Randy Savage bandwagon because you gotta feel it mentally, physically, and spiritually that I am the premier wrestler in the world today. And other people have said different things, but the Macho Man's up here. Quite a difference, Vince McMahon. Be convinced. Be convinced, Lord Alfred Hayes, that you are looking at the Lord and Master of the Ring, the premier wrestler in the world today. Hulk Hogan, did you hear me? Hulk Hogan, did you hear me? I am the man that made Hulk Hogan #2. Oh, yeah, #2.
Well, there's no doubt that if you lack anything, it might be just a little touch, maybe, of humility. I'm not
Humility,
too sure.
huh? Yeah.
If you lack anything, but nonetheless, we'll be back with more TNT, and we'll visit with the new manager of the Macho Man. Stay with us. Should be most interesting. Now let's hear some more of that, boys. that would bring us, no doubt, with that little bit of intro, to our next guest. Would you please welcome, for the first time on TNT, the new manager of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Would you please welcome Elizabeth?
You just crossed in front of me right over
Not like Moolah. Moolah gave me a big kiss.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think you'll, well...
I kissed a guy one time with this and he never woke up. I called it a Macho Man Randy Savage hangover. Yeah, I did. Knocked him right down to the ground. Hulk Hogan, did you hear that? Yeah, isn't that
If you don't mind, Macho Man, we'd like to ask maybe a few questions to Elizabeth.
Yeah, go ahead, but don't be,
not too
upset
personal.
if I just overshadow or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I got a habit, like whatever room I'm in, everything kind of revolves around me.
I can see that.
Okay, that'd be kidding. Okay, go ahead, whatever, back and forth, whatever. Hulk Hogan, look at my pearly white teeth. Yeah.
Right.
Okay? Yeah.
Elizabeth, what do you see? I mean, this is your entrance into the World Wrestling Federation, and especially as a manager. Can you tell me what qualities you see in the Macho Man, Randy Savage?
Oh, well, it's just as he said. He's the greatest athlete in the world. He has the most charisma of any wrestler in the world. He's the best. I mean, you can feel it. I mean, it's like he says, Macho Madness. It's here.
Yeah! Like that. Electrify. Did you feel it? Did everybody out there feel it? Mentally, physically, spiritually? Do you not know who you are with?
Perhaps we could ask Elizabeth, in terms of tactics in the ring, the Macho Man would seem, to the naked eye at least, to bend or stretch the rules and regulations. Does that bother you in any way?
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I just know that he's the best. He's the most exciting wrestler to watch. He's the greatest. He's the best.
Lord Alfred Hayes, did you catch any of that verbal, commitment type of a thing?
Yes, I did. But I'd like to ask a question.
Yeah, boy, everybody's asking questions.
What are your qualifications as a manager of the most sought-after free agent in the business, and why were you able to capture his services away from the others?
Then let's ask the Macho Man that question. What did you see in this beautiful lady in terms of what she knows about professional wrestling and things? What did you see? Why did you choose her? You've really yet to explain that.
Yeah, but first of all, just realize one thing. When you got a piece of talent like myself, wrestling anybody in the world, I mean past, present, and future, you really don't need much in the corner. Like I could bring out a vase or that flower pot and stick it in the corner right there and go out and whoop Hulk Hogan and drop a big elbow on him, and beat him 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But the pizzazz factor would be lacking with the flower pot. Yeah, it would be lacking with you, yeah. But with Elizabeth in the corner, yeah. She's a small part of Macho Madness. A small part. But that's okay. Pizzazz factor. Join the Macho Man Randy Savage bandwagon, and Lord Alfred Hayes is talking while I'm talking, and I don't like that. Now, you know that.
I think we can understand that.
I'm just talking to him behind my back right there. I'm just saying.
What
is it?
I was saying how good you were.
All right. That's
were
okay.
agreeing.
Okay, that's good right there.
And I was saying that you invited me to walk on the wild side.
Yeah, right. Take a walk on the wild side. Get with the Macho Man Randy.
If we could ask just one more question. Elizabeth, obviously being associated with Macho Madness, you do walk on the wild side. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but what does it mean? What is the wild side? The Macho Man, what does that mean?
You talking to who?
Well, I would ask Elizabeth the question. I have a feeling you're going to answer it. But.
Yeah, you got a real good feeling right there. I got a good feeling, too. I got a real good feeling. I got a feeling that Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania is really scared of the Macho Man Randy Savage and Macho Madness. And I think that right now, he is shaking at home. Elizabeth, is Hulk Hogan shaking right now?
Definitely.
Did you hear that?
Well,
Elizabeth said that he was shaking. Yeah.
Elizabeth, we would like to thank you very much for joining us on TNT.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hopefully future appearances as well as Of course, I'm sure we'll be seeing a great deal more of the Macho Man, whether we wish to or not. But nonetheless, thank you very much, Macho Man, for joining us here on TNT.
Okay,
And
don't forget, WWF World Heavyweight Champion is the Macho Man Randy Savage gonna be. Wait a minute. Everybody out there that wants to make a lot of money, find a Hulkamania fan, bet them all you can. All right, you can double, triple, and quadruple your money.
Is running wild. Thank you, Tony. Back with more TNT, and a little word here about this little item here for the benefit of those of you who are looking forward to a special cartoon series. We'll take you, as a matter of fact, now to a little clip, little 30-second footage of what you're likely to see in the World Wrestling Federation characters, and they are that, in cartoon form. Let's take you to the videotape. Following that, but in any event, right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd please welcome, a couple of weeks ago we had some footage on this extraordinary athlete, and we very much enjoyed it. We'll be talking a little bit about that this week, but we were happy to have with us live here on TNT. Would you please welcome the one and the only, the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. All right, what's that going on over there? A little strategy session, no doubt. Do not listen to that man, Rick. You're on a tear. You're doing great, undefeated. But if you start listening to that man in a red jacket over that little red robin vest, you're going to be in trouble.
I was just telling him how great the karate was. I loved it. The three tests of truth.
Yes.
That was something.
No doubt you continue, you have in the past, and you continue to test yourself. You continue to push yourself beyond limits that anyone would ever imagine under a normal set of circumstances, and I assume that's one of the things that makes you the great athlete you are.
Thank you. You know, that's very true, because, you know, life is made up of challenges, no matter what you're doing or how you're doing it. If you don't accept them, and you end up being in like a closet case, but you take them one at a time and try to, you know, and look at them and take a hold of them and go with it, and tell yourself that you can do it. And maybe it's a little message to everybody out there, especially some of the younger kids nowadays, because life is so hard and things are hard nowadays. It seems as though that the younger generations are finding it a little bit harder nowadays. But a little message to them that if they just grab a hold of it and try to go for it and tell themselves that they can do it, anybody can accomplish anything as long as their mind is put to it.
And just don't let go.
That's right. Just don't let go. Just keep going for it.
Well, that's
Don't be a closet case, you know.
Well, that's exactly what you've been doing, is going for it, perhaps like no other athlete in the World Wrestling Federation today. As a matter of fact, what we will do now is you won't often get a chance to see yourself, I'm sure, in terms of videotape. Let's take you now to the videotape footage of the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat.
Steamer now gives him a shove to the rope, sets him up. Look at that unbelievable agility. Look at this by Ricky Steamboat. Over the hip. No, he blocks it. Ricky Steamboat. Look at that maneuver. Oh, my, oh, my. Unbelievable agility and speed by Ricky Steamboat. Look at this. That's impressive.
He's got it all. He knows all the wrestling skills. We know he's an expert in karate. He's got such lightning-like speed, such phenomenal stamina. He's just got it all. Ricky Steamboat's in a class by himself. As this Dan Renate is finding out. He's kind of...
Renate catching a karate chop there.
He tried to catch Steamboat with a cheap shot. That was a mistake. You don't do that to Steamboat. He will not stand for it.
No, he certainly will not. And certainly Steamboat is, ooh, look at that. Has certainly shown us that he has a temper.
Well, hey, you have to in that ring. You can't allow these people to abuse you. A little while ago, he got that arm bar, and he really shot a nice kick right in the midsection of, ooh, Renate. Those chops hurt.
Renate taking another one. as a steamer snaps him right over. Oh, my goodness. Thus far, this match, all of the Dragon. He has it all. Renati has been unable. Ooh, what a neck breaker. I think he'll stay down for a while after that. Ooh, wow, what a chop to the head. Look at the look of intensity in the eyes of this man, Ricky Steamboat.
He's all business in that ring.
He does not, he's not in there for kicks, is he?
Boy, that's for sure. That's for sure. He gives it his all every time. Ricky Steamboat wants to be on top of that ladder.
Steamboat almost yanking the shoulder out of its normal placement. Ooh, my, again. Steamboat winding up Renati. Renati, as we stated before, has been. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what we.
Boy, that'll do a number. He brought him right up, and I think he took a pretty good blow at the groin area. That'll slow you down, no matter how good you are.
A legal maneuver nonetheless, if in fact it's done properly. I'm not too sure that was. But
I don't think that was done quite properly. But I'll tell you what, this Renati, he does not. Well, let's see what happens here.
Down he goes. Now Renati taking over on Ricky Steamboat.
But look at those blows. He does know how to deliver a good blow. He does know how to put his weight behind him. They're not going to really do that much damage on Steamboat. And here he comes right back.
Oh, look at that kick. Wow. And another one. Steamboat with a chop to the pectoral area.
And look at the difference, the way Steamboat delivers those blows as to the way Renati did.
Oh, my goodness. Ricky Steamboat all over Renati. Uh-oh, wait a minute. The Dragon on the top rope. Waiting. Renati up in the air. My goodness, what a flying body press that was. 3 count and it's over.
That was sensational. Again, that leap from the top rope, taking all kind of chances in the ring that other athletes are just not prepared or are incapable of taking. And I guess to a certain extent, you have to take those chances.
It's another challenge.
Yep.
You know, you talk about challenge and you try to associate your mind and body and soul, physical conditioning of the mind, I believe, which comes first and falls along right with your soul, which has to work together. Challenge is jumping off the top rope, not being scared to do it, you know, but, you know, practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And the video that you have shown here a couple of weeks ago,
right,
in which a couple of times a year I go to that retreat. It's a remote area in which I'm put forth several times, several different types of tests in which no holds are barred. As you notice, that the ninja guys that I was fighting up against, no pads, no boxing gloves, no foot pads, no knee pads. Everything is on the up and up and take it out as it comes, you know. And everything that the monks were putting me through was out of total surprise, in which I believe, in association with wrestling, it helps sharpening my skills to keep me at that level that I need to be in this area, you know, against adversaries as Fuji and Morocco. Everybody knows the association with either one, that one is always lurking, if the one's in the ring, that the other one's around someplace, you know, or somewhere. And some of the footage that you saw in that particular video, going up against 2 guys, 3 guys, and 4 guys, it just helps sharpening my skills in the martial arts to prepare myself against Morocco, because Fuji's always somewhere in the back, you know.
Well, you're going to have to be prepared for that test. That could very well be an ultimate test for you. Nonetheless, we wish you all the best of luck in the world, Ricky Steamboat.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to say thanks to all the fans and the commitment that I made in this area. I've made it to you, and I'm here to stay.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on TNT. And we'll be back as we continue with more TNT with Freddie Blassie along with the Moondog. Stay with us. Thank you. Would you please welcome our next guest? Substituting. No, keep the tape rolling.
Yeah,
Substituting for Mr. Fuji, who, I don't know, what's the matter with Mr. Fuji? He's not here. Why is he not here?
Well, he missed a plane because he had to go to a meeting with Morocco, and I believe it's some sort of clandestine meeting. He didn't say that.
What kind of meeting was that?
Clandestine.
Clandestine. That's kind of like a schedule.
No, it's like one that is a little secretive.
Okay, Alfred. Would you please welcome our next guest, Manager Freddie Blassie, along with Moondog Spot. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Blassie, and we're sorry that you're going to have a spot.
Never mind, you leave Spot where he's at, because if I say one word to Spot, he'll chew your head off.
Hey!
That's one bone that you don't want to mess with. He's got a love affair with that bone, and I guarantee you don't touch it.
Is that what I smell?
Never mind what you smell.
That isn't. That's enough.
Lord Hayes don't smell too good. What are you doing?
Mr. Blassie, please, not with the cane.
Well, I don't care. I'll hit him with a cane, too.
All right, well, what we'd like to do is to take you to some videotape footage. It'll be Moondog Spot, in which you've seen him perhaps a little more in this particular setting, in the squared circle, and you'll see his ring actions, which don't speak quite as loud as these actions do. But let's take you now to Moondog Spot in action, after which we'll have maybe some commentary with the dog.
Moondog Spot and Barry O to face Jim Young and Bobby Rion. Well, I'll tell you, Bobby Rion is a newcomer, I believe, but Jim Young, he's a big fella, and he's been around a good while, but here is facing Moondog Spot and Barry O. We'll see what happens here with Moondog Spot and Big Jim Young.
Moondog Spot, by the way, has been doing very well for himself as of late in individual competition.
See, he has. He's a tough customer. He's 280, 290 pounds, and he's tough.
Jim Young to the rope, and Spotty goes to work on the arm. I think maybe even missed the head. I think he was aiming for the head a moment ago.
Well, but he came right back and caught him in the midsection. Look at him. He's really aggressive on this Jimmy Young.
Boom. Moondog Spot with a semblance of a power slam. Barry O now through the ropes. Barry O with a head of steam. This may be the first time we've seen this combination, Barry O and Moondog Spot.
Yes, I believe it is. But, boy, this...
Quick cover and almost a 3 count.
Almost.
Frequent tags thus far on the part of Barry O and Moondog Spot.
Quick tags, and they got Jim Young in trouble. They're keeping him close to their corner, and although right now he's, well, might have been close enough to tag Bobby Rion, but he didn't.
Spot holding up, driving the knee into the spine. Oh my goodness.
Boy, I'll tell you, that hurts. When you get slammed on the knee with the small of your back, that really hurts.
Barry O from the second rope to get a little more leverage coming down. But Jim Young is in a lot of trouble. Barry O coming off the rope and lowers the boom. Oh, between the legs, there we go, and Leon comes in. Nice lunge. Bob Leon, he's not doing much there at all, Bruno.
No, he came in, but he was trying to throw some shots in the midsection of Barry O, but there was nothing behind him. You're not going to do any damage that way. I was surprised. Well, we can't see. He looks like he's throwing some rights.
Bob Leon taken right over, however, by Moondog Spot. Tag was made, I believe, behind the back as Leon now hurled to the ropes. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, my, dumped him right on his head. Could very well have broken his neck. Ooh, my. Cover by Barry O. And a 3 count. I think maybe they could have had the count just by putting a finger on this guy, Leon. I'm afraid Leon has suffered a neck injury.
All right, again, Moondog may sit down on the sofa, join Alfred on the sofa.
Moondog does what he wants to do. The way to get his attention, Miss Fuji told me to slap him alongside the head with my cane 2 or 3 times, but the man, he's in good behavior today. The most underrated wrestler in the world today. As you know, former co-holder of the World Tag Team title.
That's very true. Yeah.
Most vicious man in the business today. Most unpredictable, I guarantee you.
Well, he's unpredictable inside the ring. How unpredictable is he outside the ring, Mr. Blassie?
Well, Hey, he's all right. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right.
I'm not too sure he's all right. Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Spot. Go ahead, Spot.
What's he doing? Get his leg down.
He's
Get his leg down.
No, he wants to relieve himself of some of that Louisiana cologne on
no,
Lord Hayes.
not on this show.
Yeah, make him
No,
smell
sir.
good. Go ahead.
Come
go
on,
ahead.
Mr. Blassie.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Hit him. Do it.
Freddie Blassie,
Do
come
it.
on. Not on this show. Come on.
Do it. Do
Please,
it.
Mr.
Do
Blassie.
it. Do it. Do
This
it.
is TNT.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's good.
Get him up.
Now you know what a man smells like. Now you know what a man smells like. You pencil neck geek. Down, Spot. Down.
Louisiana what?
Louisiana cologne.
Louisiana?
That's right. Now he smells like part of a man, Lord Hayes.
Oh, get him. Get rid of him. Get out.
Wait a minute, Alfred. I think he likes you now.
Go ahead.
All right, well, when we return with more TNT, hopefully Mr.
Shut
Blassie
up.
would have had an occasion to curb the Moondog. We'll be back as we
Spot.
continue with more TNT. To join us, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Spot, that's enough, Spot.
Back with more TNT. Alfred.
Gosh,
You all
that was well, it stings and everything. And that was a nasty thing to
vile?
do. Oh, gosh, it was violent. Blassie wasn't hitting him with that cane, you know. He was just pretending. If I'd have got the cane, I'd have beaten him to a pulp with that. That was a disgusting, despicable thing to do, especially to me.
What was that called again? Louisiana what? I don't know.
No,
Any
there's
of that.
something else.
Speaking of disgusting, no, that's not the phrase that we would. I think maybe we should start all over. But nonetheless, would you please welcome our next guest, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
First of all, I'm going to demand an apology. I'm not disgusting.
No, all right. Definitely.
You smell like an Airedale in mating season.
You look like one.
Oh, goodness. What? In any event, surely we would apologize for remarks like that, but as you know, there are many remarks hurled your way on any given occasion, or on any given day, a number of them, most prominent of which, I'm sure, as you well know, is Weasel.
Yeah, that's because of you and the 5-cent piece orchestra you have here.
What?
They played Pop Goes the Weasel one time. I was a guest on the show. The humanoids out there pay their tickets, fill their face full of cotton candy, and they sit there and yell, Pop Goes the Weasel. The kids are punks. They're bringing signs now. Say, Pop Goes the Weasel.
Well, in any event, the wrestler we're about ready to see is not Pop Goes the Weasel at all. What we're about ready to see now is Bobby the Brain Heenan in wrestling action. Many of you have never seen Bobby the Brain Heenan wrestle before, so we thought we would take you to the 6-man matchup. I believe we join it in progress, but nonetheless, let's take you now to Bobby the Brain Heenan in action.
He's going to have to try to steal coming in.
Oh, we have got a melee.
Steele taking a chunk out of the Brain. All 6 men going at it now. Pandemonium's broken loose here in the Garden. Referee picked it. Has lost control.
Well, we have 4, 5, 6 men in the ring all at one time.
Steele just went over that top rope.
May as well ask for the bell here, Gorilla Monsoon.
Well, he might as well because he's lost control of this match. George the Animal Steele went right over that top rope. Look out now. Double slingshot.
Oh, Wyndham down like a ton of bricks.
Referee doesn't know what
George
to
the
do.
Animal with a chair. No! No! Get him out of there!
Steele chasing everybody with that steel chair. Oh, he nailed the referee.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
That'll cost him the match right there. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Now the referee has called for it.
I'm sure he has.
There goes the bell, and I think there goes the match for Wyndham, Rotundo, and Steele.
Well,
George Steele just cannot be controlled.
no, he lost it. He lost it.
Oh, the referee is in tough shape.
Caught that shot right on the point of the shoulder by that steel chair. Lou is trying to explain to him that you can't do that, but I believe he's beyond the point of
Yeah,
explanation.
I'll tell you, I think that is impossible.
Let's get an official word.
The winners of this match, as a result of a disqualification, the team of Adrian Adonis, Big John Studd, and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
All right, so that proves it indeed that Mr. Heenan is.
Thanks a lot.
What?
I dominated the whole match. You cut off the best portion of it, and you go right into the match with that animal George Steele is sinking his teeth into me. That shows you what kind of a man George Steele is. That shows you how the wrestling officiation, how the officials don't even care about me or anything. When I was leading the match, when I had George Steele flying over here, Wyndham over here, Rotunda here. Oh, no, you didn't film none of that, did you? You cut right out of that. You probably went to some commercial for Tidy Bowl.
I don't think it was intentional.
Oh, no, it's not intentional. You're probably wondering what I'm holding here, aren't you? These are Big John Stud dolls, the hottest item on the market. I have the first one, the original one, the original John Stud doll. Would you like to touch it?
Not really, no.
Eat your heart
All right,
out.
well, one thing we would like to show you, and
Aren't you old
is
to
that
play with toys?
in this article here is a theory of evolution, weaselus managerius. I think let's get a little wider if we can on that. And yes, down at the bottom you will see the beginning of a weasel, and then it turns into, of all things, it turns into you, Mr. Heenan. And
Of all things.
now, when you had this done, you thought you were trying to prove that indeed there is no resemblance. Is that correct?
I'm a magnanimous human being. And the reason I posed for those pictures with that miserable little sewer rat or weasel, whatever it was, I wanted to show the people the difference. I talked to the photographer and I said, I don't look like a weasel. You people know I don't look like a weasel, so I want to get some pictures of a weasel and me.
It just so happens that we have here a live weasel. And when we return, we can definitely cast all aspersions aside. We will find out whether or not you really look like a real live weasel. So
How
we'll
big's
be
this
back.
weasel?
Oh, he's not a big one. Weasels are small.
Not that I'm afraid, but I just like to know.
We'll be back as we continue with more TNT. Stay with us. The look-alike contest is coming up. Bobby the Brain Heenan is in the running for Manager of the Year. For the benefit of those of you who would like to vote for Mr. Heenan, and for that matter anyone else that is contingent in the Manager of the Year contest, you may do so by writing to Manager of the Year, P.O. Box 1538, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836. And the Manager of the Year contest is coming to a close very shortly. Mr. Heenan, you're doing quite well in the voting.
Yeah, I'm doing quite well in the voting. Why shouldn't I be? I should be Manager of the Year. Should be Manager of every year.
Well, whether or not you're Manager of the Year certainly is to be determined, but what is to be determined now is whether or not this magazine did you justice in terms of any resemblance whatsoever. Would you please welcome our next guest, Jamie and the Weasel. Jamie, where are you? Come on out. All right. Come on out, Jamie. You wanna sit down if you will. Isn't that a cute little weasel?
That is a
Which
nice
one?
weasel, isn't it?
Isn't that that is such
Oh,
a...
you don't tell me I'm here being set up? This kid's got a Hulkamania t-shirt he probably bought at the matches on. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Hulk Hogan.
Well, that's
Yeah.
we didn't know
It's
that.
got to have a favorite wrestler.
But that is a cute. Look at can we get a close up of this little weasel? That is a cute little weasel. Now, if we could get a close up of Mr. Heenan's face, Bobby, if we could just...
Do you see any whiskers? You see any nose in here that looks like a weasel's nose?
No, but
Look at the ears. You can't even see the ears on me. Look at the ears on that sewer rat.
And they're not sewer rats.
I don't know what they are. They're nothing
how-
to do with me.
Look how long that little weasel is. That's a long dude.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet he could slither. He could get in and out of a chicken coop so fast. You think?
Why would you have something like that, young man? Excuse me, are you okay? You want a wake-up call? Why do you have something like that?
I like
Where did you catch something like that? Did you buy it?
Yeah,
People
but-
sell them?
Yeah, bought it at a pet shop.
Well, now, Jamie, let me ask you: do you personally see any resemblance facially or in any characteristics in terms of your weasel, your pet, and Mr. Heenan? Is there?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
What grade are you in?
7.
You want to see the 8th grade?
Oh, now, please, Mr. Heenan, let's be nice. This young man has come upon the show.
To embarrass me?
No, as a guest, and brought that cute little weasel.
How long's the tail on that weasel?
I haven't measured it.
See?
But he has a tail, right?
Right.
Take a look, kid. You see a tail on me? Is there a tail there?
No.
Is there any fur on my body?
No.
No, but it's
It looks like me.
I don't know. It's.
Eyes.
I think
Eyes.
maybe that
Eyes have a.
there is a resemblance.
There
Mr.
isn't
Heenan.
a resemblance. I'm not a weasel.
Your hairs are the same
It's
color.
My hair's wavy. That's a straight-haired weasel.
But similar.
Or do they have
color.
curly-haired weasels? I don't
And
know.
As far as characteristics are concerned, here. As far as characteristics are concerned, look. I mean, that's. Now this was a
I took a picture to show the people the difference. There, the thing attacked me.
It
Thing
what? It
attacked,
bit
it
you in
ripped
the
on my
ear?
earlobe, hooked on my earlobe. Thing attacked me. You can see the expression on my face.
All right. Well, in any event, I think we have definitely determined.
I am not a
One more
weasel.
time, just one quick. If we can get a close up of the weasel's face, one more time. Close up of Mr. Heenan's face, please. We rest our case, and we'll be back with more TNT. Stay with
Are you
us.
saying I'm a weasel?
No, I'm not. I didn't know.
I'm not a weasel.
I didn't say you were a
Kid,
weasel. We'll be
don't
back
you
with
ever
more
bring that
TNT.
weasel out here again.
Back with more TNT next week on TNT. To join us, I'm not too sure who's going to be here, but nonetheless, we'd like to make mention of something that is going to happen this month, as a matter of fact. Uncle Elmer is in almost 7 feet, and what is he, about?
500 must be.
No, 400, I think. 400.
400?
pounds. Yes. A big boy,
Oh,
nonetheless.
in excess of 400.
Uncle Elmer is getting married. Woo! To whom we're not too sure. We'll have a further word. I don't think it'll be on TNT, though. Have a further word on that on next week's TNT. We invite you to join us. So long, everybody.